And right now, carrying a talwar is just symbolic, because in this nuclear age, who knows? So the way I look at it is that in every faith, and the Jewish community comes to mind, although we don't split it into being Orthodox, conservative, and Reformed, the same thing has happened in the Sikh culture. But the foundation and the belief of what I cited earlier, hard work, remembering him, and serving the community at large, are the three pillars. Whether you have your turban or you don't have your turban is the belief.
Thank you. To many wonderful metaphors you provided about E pluribus unum, I like to add one more, and that is of a bouquet of flowers. Each flower maintains its color and fragrance, but part of a beautiful arrangement.
Flowers die.
One more thing I like to ask you and others is to communicate that beyond the similarity of turban, the tenets of Sikhism stand in stark contrast to the nihilistic and anti-humanitarian vision of Osama bin Laden and the 9/11 hijackers. And that, and the Sikh philosophy is the very antithesis of that philosophy, so that people understand that we have to look beyond just the physical appearance.
Appreciated.
Hi, I'm Linda Singh. I'm Paramjit's wife of almost 40 years. And I would like to speak to Sister Donna's inquiry. What can we do? Here's what you do to start. Hello there. My name is Linda. How are you?
Good.
What did you say your name was?
My name?
Your name? What's your name?
Harban Singh Sandhu.
Harban Singh, and it's Sandhu. That's the way to start. Don't be afraid to approach someone. My husband said years ago, before we were married, I would go to parties and things with him. And he would say, as if I'm the Sikh in the room, as I have often been the white person in the room, I go up to people, stick out my hand, and introduce myself. That's how you get to know people. That's how you get acquainted. Don't be put off by a turban or a beard or anybody's skin color or race. Let me see. There's a lady behind me that isn't a white person. Hello. My name is Linda. Nice to meet you. I know who you are. Okay, that's all I wanted.
Very good.
Project Love. I get the impression that 9/11 was a wake-up call for the Sikh community. Prior to that, I'm wondering, was it something that you were unaware of when you're saying racial profile? Going forward, are you a part of other organizations that are experiencing that same type of racial profiling, and are you coming together to produce something that will not just eliminate that type of situation for the Sikhs, but for all mankind, as you have indicated to me with your religious beliefs?
Correct. Yes. You're quite correct, and I will let him speak to that. 9/11 was a wake-up call, and before that, where were the Sikhs? Asleep? Well, yes and no. They were doing what all new immigrants do. They get busy making it, financially finding a place to live, the uneasiness of the society that they're in. All immigrants go through that. And they were busy that takes a generation or so. And really, as I said to you, our presence in America, although it dates from, they were there in 1903, 1890s as well. But really, effectively, it dates from the 1970s when the immigration laws changed during Lyndon Johnson's time. And then there were people coming to build communities, and communities get involved in their own survival, making sure the young ones they have are going to go to the right schools, follow the right things, stay connected to life the way they see it. And things get busy in that. So 9/11 woke them up. Yeah. And hopefully it woke up the larger community as well to the things we need to do.
Yeah. And I think Dr. Ajay Singh has addressed maybe the first part of your question. To address the second about broader coalitions, absolutely. In Washington, there's sort of a block because many of the issues that we face, as was pointed out earlier, they're not Sikh-specific issues. They're members of many other religious groups face these issues. Not only religious, but cultural groups. This is part of a broader endeavor, something much bigger than Sikhs, where we're trying to promote the common agenda of diversity and appreciation and tolerance. Create an America where there is more appreciation for the diversity within us. The only way that's going to flourish is if we can break through these smaller hurdles that we have in our place. And we are immensely humbled by the movements that came before us. The women's rights movement, which is still going on. The civil rights movement, which is still going on. But these communities, which at that time maybe were not as well established, have broken down doors for us. And we are very humbled by their efforts, but also encouraged by recent efforts. With, for instance, the state of Oregon just 2 weeks ago repealed a ban on religious garb. And that was part of a broader coalition that got together. Muslims, Jews, Sikhs, and Christians got together. That was, for me, it was an inspiring moment because it was truly an interfaith effort whereby we got together and we made a difference. So I hope that answers the question.
Just adding to that is that, again, after 9/11, this country is in the grip of fear, and we have to get out of it to make progress. So what is happening right now in Homeland Security, there is some kind of a Pass ID Act where they are requiring in their process of standardization that a driver's license will give you a pass to everything. They are saying that one will not be allowed to wear their religious headgear. So, if you can visualize, I don't know if any of my friends here, non-Sikhs, have seen me without a turban. But if I have to remove it, which if that's what they want, I will do so. And then the cop catches me and he looks at my driver's license and he looks at me and says, "Holy hell, you've transformed." So again, the purpose of sharing this with all of you is that yes, we should do what is right. We should understand. There was a congressman, somebody, that called this a diaper. So there needs to be education.
Congressman Cook from Louisiana.
So
I sometimes tell people that if I were truly bent on terrorism, that's what I were to be, I don't think I'd walk around with a turban on my head in this country. I would likely have a crew cut and be hanging around the nearest Irish bar. My base. Got nothing against the Irish, or you're Italian, sorry.
Thank you.
But if I were to really hide, this is no way to do that. Really. And if I were to be some kind of a Moor or a spy or a terrorist, this would be dumb. Dumb on two accounts, to be a terrorist and then not being able to do the job either.
Thank you.
So you've got to know your enemy.
Today at the City Club of Cleveland, we've been listening to a panel discussion on American Sikhs towards a more perfect union, featuring Dr. Ajay Singh, Jasjit Singh, and Paramjit Singh. Thank you, panel, very much. Thank you for being with us. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And this program is now adjourned.